So my ex-husband likes to remind me all the time about how he made the down payment, but our combined income paid for the mortgage. So I had a significant stake in the property as well. So I was tasked with selling the property. So my agent felt like we could still use some improvements around the house, and it was in good condition, but she just thought, for the purposes of selling it, that maybe we should make some improvements. So she hired a handyman, Jonathan, and he was good. I was impressed with his work. I was thrilled that she hired someone competent and someone that was able to get the job done quickly, which is what I thought at first. But for some reason, the job just kept getting postponed and just kept taking longer because she would just call him nonstop. I mean, she wanted to be involved with every aspect of the improvement process. And she was just keeping tabs on him constantly. I mean, who was she, his mother? She just asked him to run errands and just things that had nothing to do with my house. So I didn't really want her around because I felt like our business had all but concluded. So, I mean, there was one point where he was gone for 3 hours and I didn't know what was taking so long, so I went to go look for him, and eventually he called me and they were both at my house, which was infuriating for me. I didn't want her there. There was no reason for her to be there. So I felt like she had orchestrated the whole thing just so that she could check in on the improvements. But eventually we did get an offer on the house, and we sold it, and I was able to find a nice little house in a cul-de-sac next to the nature preserve, and I like nature and I have a unique taste, so I was able to use the profits to kind of furnish my house the way I wanted instead of the way my ex wanted, which was a lot more traditional, and he liked to stay inside. So it was nice. I liked it. So I invited Jonathan for a celebratory dinner, and I mean, we hit it off pretty well. I don't know, I liked him. I couldn't stop thinking about him. He's just one of those guys you can't get out of your head. And he invited me back to his place, and I was game. He wanted to show me his collection of mosaic tiles, but I didn't really care. And she shows up out of nowhere and acts like I'm stealing her man and starts yelling at me and calling me every name in the book. And I just got out of a marriage, so I didn't want any drama, so I just left. And I went back home, made myself a bubble bath, had a glass of wine. It wasn't something I really wanted to stress over, but she calls me at 6 a.m., bright and early, and is still screaming at me and still calling me names, and I just let her keep screaming and set my phone down on the bed and went for a walk in the Springs Preserve, the nature preserve across the street, and